Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We're out here, we're in nature, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. How to recognize awakenings for curious people. People writing into me like, Ralph, stuff has changed really quickly, really rapidly. I don't know what to do. It's almost as if I'm not the same person anymore. What is happening? And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey recognize awakenings. Now, what is an awakening? What am I talking about here? Have you ever one day just woken up and have a huge question mark on your whole existence? Kind of scary, right? Beautiful bird singing over there. Sometimes I realize that there is so much I don't know. And an awakening is realizing how much you don't know. Now, the first awakening I had was to do with food. 7-day vegan challenge. I looked on my plate and I was disgusted. I said, goodness gracious me. What have I been eating all this time thinking it's perfectly normal? No. It's not. Over 64 billion animals are killed every single year. You don't want to know that. I didn't want to know either. Then I realized, wait a minute, I wasn't feeling too good after this. So my huge awakening began with food first. A lot of people who are doing the 7-day vegan challenge, they're writing into me saying, gosh, Ralph, I'm becoming more sensitive to other people's energy. For the first time, I can actually kind of read people's minds. I realized that peace begins on your plate. A lot of us, we're not even emotionally ready to kill our own food. We don't really want to know what goes on behind the scenes. So my mentor, Omran Mikhail Ivanov, reading his books when I was really young, like 15. Hey, if you kill an animal, that fear is going to be transferred to you. Makes sense because energy can't be destroyed, only transferred. Then I said, wait a minute. I get it. What goes around comes around. A lot of us, we think we can just do stuff without any consequences. But it's like a boomerang, baby. It's going to come back to you. So I realized, okay, I'm not feeling too good today. And yeah, the animals were like, payback, haha. I was like, please, no. So I started to eat more plant-based foods. You see, a lot of our awakenings happen with realizing the interconnectedness between everything. Awakening is realizing how much you don't know. It's not a thing to talk about because the spiritual apprehension of truth is intellectually incomprehensible. Slow motion for the alliteration. Intellectually incomprehensible. A lot of people write to me saying, I feel different. It's almost as if I've died, come back from the grave, and we got a whole lot to talk about. Because reality is looking a bit strange right now. Reality is looking a bit weird right now. Reality, what is reality? But a projection of my mind. Therefore, there are so many different realities happening simultaneously. There's not just one. Oh no. So, what helped me along my journey was realizing everyone is on their unique path and journey. And recognizing an awakening is realizing there are many awakenings. When you realize we're not what we appear to be as these physical bodies, right? That was a huge awakening. I woke up one day and I said, gosh, I'm actually not just my body. It's a pretty cool vehicle. I give it that. But there is so much more to us than this shell. So in ancient times, when someone passed away, in ancient Egypt, they would say the spirit was leaving the body. Now, lots of people are having huge epiphanies. They're not just getting one source of information. Because before, let's face it, I was like you, eating popcorn, scratching my nuts, watching one TV channel, right? From there, you would get the news, what to wear, what's in fashion. But now we are in the information age, baby. The age of Aquarius, where information is all around us. And this is really the time to use what we call discernment, which is the ability to judge well. Some information will help you along your journey. Some will distract you from becoming your greatest version. But to recognize awakenings, it's that you're open to different information without resistance. Let me repeat that. You're open to new information without resistance. Many times you might wake up feeling you've been brainwashed, dumbed down, just like in Men in Black. Humans are dumb, dangerous, panicky animals, and you know it. Dumb, dangerous, panicky animals, and you know it. Now, when I was watching that film years ago, I was like, oh my goodness, that's so, why would he say that? Because as human beings, a lot of us, we've been lulled into a deep sleep. Many people who are awakening are now coming out of a sleep to recognize their true power, to realize they are so much more than they have been told. So I said years ago, to become your greatest version, you got to let go of society's expectations. You got to realize you are so much more than your skin color, than your nationality, than your country. These are all the things which keep you separate from other human beings, which is why the world is like how it is today. Your awakening, to recognize it, it's when you realize, wait a minute, I've been played. You're being played in the worst way, but more so, there is nothing to fear. You see, if you're in fear every single day, false evidence appearing real, you haven't really awakened. Because the awakening is the metamorphosis from the caterpillar to the butterfly. Now look at a butterfly. No fear. Let love guide you, not fear. That's how to recognize you are awakening. We often feel an awakening is going to just be kumbaya singing with roses all wrapped around our head. I wish it was like that. The truth is, when you are awakening, you are stripping away everything you have believed to be true. Now it's up for questioning. Therefore, you might have alternative theories about what is this planet? How did we get here? Can I really believe his story, which is his story? So you become more of a researcher instead of someone who just blindly accepts the truth without questioning it. Also, certain people start to drop out of your life. Like, where did you go? Because once you change your vibrational frequency, everything aligns to that same frequency. Once you change your vibrational frequency, everything aligns to that same frequency. I'll give you an example. One day, I came home and I just started to realize that this world could be a virtual reality. I tried to explain that to a few friends who thought, Ralph, maybe you need to go to the hospital. They were real good friends, right? So then I started to meet other people diving deep who said, actually, yeah, we're living in a kind of hologram. Then now you've got quantum physicists saying the exact same thing, that this whole world could be a giant hologram. We could be living in a video game. So new people started to come into my life. I was scratching their back, they were scratching mine. We had a great party, lots of plantains, lots of watercress, lots of kale. Beautiful times. In essence, when you are awakening, you start finding your true tribe, your soul family, people who won't judge you for being you. Slow motion that side. Your relationships change. 7-day vegan challenge. Have thousands of questions every single day. What should I do? I'm becoming a vegan, eating more healthier, but I just can't be around other people who are eating lots of meat. Once again, people dipping in out of your life. Dipping out, and some people dipping in. Dipping out, dipping in. What happens when you realize nobody is out to get you? That's really when you are awakening. A lot of people say, gosh, are there dark forces trying to keep humanity? I see lots of shady things happening in the world. I say, look, light and dark are two sides of the same coin. That's what we call equilibrium and balance. Nobody's out to get you. They are there to test you, to propel you to become your greatest version. I say, if you've got someone watching you 24/7, you're real lucky. I would love someone to watch me 24/7. The fact of the matter is nobody can be asked to watch you. People are too busy doing what they want to do. So what's happened in the psychology of human beings? You see, human beings have a tremendous capacity and potential to really be anything they choose to be. But you see, in awakening, you have to become vulnerable. And a lot of us, we don't want to become vulnerable, which means we don't want to really dissociate from our ego. Because we have been bred to believe we are our ego. When you are awakening, you're meditating, which means you're not judging your thought process. You're fully absorbed into the present moment 100%. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. But you see, the ego makes us believe we are these roles. So I say in a lot of videos on the title, according to a psychologist. I'm a psychologist, a criminologist, da-da-da. Yeah, a lot of things in this human matrix, but that's not who I am. But I might say I'm that. Once again, playing one part of the game. When you are awakening, you got to realize that it's not just about running away and meditating somewhere. No, you got to know how to play the game to change it. You got to know how to play the game to change it. To recognize your awakening, a lot of people realize, okay, wait, how much do I actually need? How much do I actually need? But more so, what is the most important thing right now? For me, it was realizing, okay, as soon as I realized life is really, 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 really short, and tomorrow definitely is not promised because we all made contracts before we got here. You could be out of here in the next 5 minutes. Where did you go? Nobody knows. Don't worry about it. I said, every single day My only mission is to be 100% happy, which means I got to do whatever I feel I want to do. When you're awakening, lots of people writing to me saying they're quitting their job, leaving, evacuating the building. I'm like, whoa, is that radical? They're like, yeah, it really is. Because I'm starting to see things. I'm starting to realize that you got one life to live. When you're awakening, you realize you're immortal, but you adopt the mindset. You adopt the mindset that you only live once. Like Buddha said, the problem is you think you've got time. Slow motion that side for Buddha. The problem is you think you've got time. So a lot of people who are awakening realize they've got to do it right now. They want to travel to Bali, they got to go to Bali. They want to go to Ethiopia, they got to go right now. Put that intention out there. They also realize they don't have to just be around other people who are bringing them down. Awakening is about responsibility, which means responding to your ability. Okay? Someone slaps you across the face. Ouch. What are you going to do? Now, just slap them back. You could do that. You don't have to just be a pillar that doesn't move anywhere. But you can choose how to react. What is the most appropriate behavior for you to adopt in that given situation? That's what we call taking responsibility. I don't like my job. So how are you going to respond to your ability? You're not a victim of circumstance. You are a co-creator of the future. A lot of people start to realize when they're awakening that they just want to share. They just want to help humanity awaken. But they also realize they can only help people so much. You see, people won't awaken until they're ready. People won't awaken until they're ready because the truth can't be told. It has to be realized. Growing up, I had an infatuation with ancient Egypt, and that was my sign I was awakening. A lot of people know me by the Kemet Prince 1. What's up? Hotep, baby. Then, as I was awakenings, unwrapping the layers, it became infinite waters. Because I'm infinite. I'm a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. I started to hear my calling, that I came here on planet Earth to really get busy. Recognizing your awakening is when you realize you don't have to be a saint. I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not a saint. I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not a saint. I am here to express any emotion I choose at any given time. Awakening is where you don't just see things as black and white, as good and bad. No, you see things as expressions. Therefore, you realize that there are so many different perspectives in the world. What you think is bad, someone else might find actually to be quite good. What you think is really good, that could be really negative to someone. So good and bad are part of your own subjective experience. As you begin to awaken more and more, you even transcend good and bad. Now it's just about authenticity, which involves sometimes being very negative and sometimes being very positive. You're working once again the left and you're working the right. The logic, the creativity, the logic. You now realize the show that has been sold to us. Like my good friend said, reality has been sold to us. A lot of people say, I want to escape the matrix. I say, where? Where do you want to go to? Because there's another matrix waiting for you. It's not about escaping anything. It's about realizing you can be anything, anywhere. And the only limitation is your own mind. You see, when you begin to realize that it's not just about thinking somebody is going to save you. For a long time, I was thinking someone was going to save me. Then I realized I was pretty much by myself. Awakening is where you start to embrace your true power. But also, it's not just about thinking you're all alone. No, awakening is about realizing you have helpers. You're piercing the veil of the illusion, just like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. You're now able to see beyond the curtain, behind the curtain, to realize, okay, this Wizard of Oz is just an old man. Oh my gosh, is that simple? Oh yeah, because like Glenda said to her, the power has been with you all along. So I say become your greatest version, not mine. You got to have fun. That's how to really recognize your awakening. It's like you're laughing at things you would have never laughed at before. You're not taking yourself so seriously because you realize you're in a game. Now, a lot of people have a huge infatuation with the moon. After their awakening, they start to look at the moon, start to observe the cycles, realize how intricate this world we're living in really is. It's a mathematical design with precision, geometry, and infinite wisdom. A lot of us, we don't even know how much money we got in our bank account, let alone the equations happening in the universe. Slow motion, that side. People like Nikola Tesla were very awake. And once you are awake, you become very innovative. Inventions, discoveries, a new way of thinking and feeling. But more so, you realize the abundance is now coming. After an awakening, you start to move away from the illusion of scarcity. Oh, things are running out. What should I do? No. Nothing is running out. There is more than enough food to go around. You see? And therefore, an awakening really gives people a glimpse of what they could potentially be. But a lot of people are realizing they don't have to do what their parents did. A lot of people, when you're awakening, it's going to be hard sometimes. Not hard sometimes. Because you're going to have a whole lot of resistance. If you're just there, people say, oh, that's good. Just stay there. But the moment you want a bit more, you're reconnecting back to ancient history, ancient Lemuria, Babylon, Egypt. Now you're finding your true power. The moment you're connecting with other like minds, then it's over. The moment you're realizing you don't have to wait for a handout from a film company, you can actually become a co-creator, create your own brand from the ground up. Now you're awakening. When you start putting your trust in nature, as opposed to just pharmaceutical companies, now you're awakening. When you start connecting the dots to say, gosh, why are all of these celebrities just passing away out of the blue? Something doesn't add up. Now you're awakening. When you turn off the TV or put it on, but you are using discernment to say, oh, this is a bit of a joke. Now you're awakening. When you are drawn to more nature spaces, now you're awakening. Wait, when you're in cities and feel the nature within your own mind, now you're awakening. When you start to see the animals, there's a dog barking down the road, are sentient beings. They're not just there for your consumption. Now you're awakening. When you realize how much you don't know, now you're awakening. When you realize We ain't even had breakfast yet, but we still feeling real good. Now you are awakening. When you realize you got to get your butt to the beach because it's such a beautiful day, now you are awakening. So there you have it. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. We're out here, we're in nature, getting high. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.